there was a ferry out on the water called the Sam McBride, also having difficulty finding his way around. Couldn't find the shore on which to dock, but had in fact found the base of this runway here and decided to use that as a sort of guide to find his way back to the shore. Now, unfortunately, there was a light at the top of this ferry, and right when the ferry was at the base of the runway, the pilot up in the air noticed it, figured that this must be the runway, and he proceeded to land right on top of it, taking the entire upper deck off. Running today, it is one of the 5 ferries that takes people from the mainland to the islands. If we do pass it later on in our tour, I will be sure to point it out to you, so keep your eye open for that. And a couple hundred years later, the Europeans came over, and they sort of adapted this word and changed it to Niagara, which is the meaning for thundering water. So that is actually where Niagara does get its root word, is from the native word Niagara. Now, Hamlin's Point I want to talk about also, very interesting. This harbor water was so polluted. There were no fish living here whatsoever, but from a recent effort from the city, they've torn down those industries, hence cleaned up these waters. So I am happy to say that the fish and aquatic life have all returned. I do hope they keep up the good work. Starboard side, you might be able to see it at the port, at the bow of the boat. There is a very important landmark coming up, a tall limestone lighthouse with a red rooftop. Now, this is called the Gibraltar Point Lighthouse, and it is the oldest landmark here in Toronto. It was built back in 1808, just to kind of give you an idea of how new the city of Toronto really actually is. How the skyscraper pretty much dwarf it today. Is it still in view or has it? Okay. Okay, so the buildings behind it, those are all the banks here in Canada. The tallest one being the Bank of Montreal. It's that gray building that says BMO on it. Tallest building in Canada. And there's also another one kind of shorter. It's a British colored building. Can you guys see that at all? Now that is the Royal Bank of Canada. These two boats, they are the richest bank in Canada. They support isolation. And I just hope you all have a wonderful day here in this lovely city of Toronto. So thank you very much.
Let me know if you haven't decided yet to go to the winery and you do decide to, then just let me know. That's fine. Then we will depart the hotel for the IMAX at 5:40, 20 to 6. This is good. I've never come down this hill before. Wonderful. It falls, go down into the middle, and we'll sweep around to see the real Niagara Falls. They're slightly higher. The American Falls, then the flat-fronted falls, are slightly higher than the Canadian Falls, 2 or 3 feet. But take you to Table Rock to get some pictures. Then we'll take you down to Maid of the Mist tomorrow morning, and at 9 o'clock we'll leave for Niagara on the Lake, be back mid-afternoon, and 5:40 we will leave the front of the hotel. These are up here on the right of the searchlights, that some of the searchlights that are playing across onto the falls. Now when we come back from the IMAX, we go to dinner, and we'll then see the searchlights lit up and played on the falls.
It's a route master. Good have this.
These days I have to go up past the turn.
Yeah, they send you up the top of the turning road.
De ma part, c'est l'entrée de Méditerranée. Ça va réfléchir, je vous montrer ça, c'est vrai,
Smile. This is Violet.
Decent cup of tea. Sold! Everyone's good cup of tea, yeah.
Maybe we have enough.
Thousand years ago, the falls were 7 miles, or about 11 kilometers downriver at Lewiston. You now see them at their present location because of erosion, sometimes as much as 6 feet or 2 meters a year. The small falls to the right of the American Falls is called the Bridal Dam. The walkway at its foot leads to the Cave of the Wind. À votre gauche, les chutes américaines. Elles sont environ 55 mètres. Grazie all'inizio, la flash schedule mai consistente and a rather less printer. Shit that has a flash schedule that gets sort of right in the To the right is a large building. This is one of Canada's hydroelectric power plants. The amount of power the Niagara Falls could generate is equal to 12 million horses. Only about half of this is being used for electric power generation. Or 760 meters long. Here, daredevils have made their bids for fame. The first, in 1901, was a school teacher named Annie Kaler. Originally conducted 2,966 pieds en hauteur, avec une longueur de 760 mètres ou de 2500 pieds. C'est ici que les cascadeurs sont venus chercher leur réputation. La première, en 1909, où traverse la frontière internationale entre le Canada et les États-Unis. Au-dessus, l'ouest, profondeur de 55 pieds. Anciennement à la droite des chutes, on aperçoit la piste de la marche derrière les chutes. Again, for your own safety, please keep hands and feet in les chutes du Niagara. ourselves for docking. Please prepare yourselves for any sudden movements of the vessel. Central, all please on top. And I'll keep the pound swing first stage vessel.
Aber ich muss mir das alles in Dunkeln angucken, vielleicht bei ihr ist das. So you have to ask which who the people are. It's so bad.
So how was that? A bit wet, yeah. That's part of the fun. It's like a Disney ride, they throw water at you.
That's horribly real.
But we were talking about the Secret Garden, Betty's restaurant, for a reason. She's been there like 18 years and it's tucked away out of the way, and it's a family business. About 8:30, it was dark out, and they had a bright orange spotlight shining on it. Well, of course, I come down the hill and I guess I'm kind of dumb sometimes. I looked up and I thought, my God, the moon's awful big tonight. And then it moved.
The moon's blue.
Yes.
So you got Planet Hollywood on the right. Nice to look in.
Whatever that means.
That was that.
Rolex for $15.
Yeah, a real Rolex. A real
$15
Rolex.
boutique.
$15 boutique. The Mounted Police store right there.
London buses.
And there's the entrance to the Secret Garden. You can just go in that building, take the elevator down, or just walk down the gardens.
Oh, right.
So you all have a good evening.
No, I wouldn't fancy that at all.
feats and amazing.
And right here at fully loved, you will be writing many things. You'll think you're at the Academy Awards.
Ron, what do you think he meant by that?
Hey, hey! $60 million to play the Joker in Batman?
No wonder he had that.
You know, there's no reason. We just take our time and we get through quite quickly. After that, we have an hour and 45 minutes up to Banff. We're going to be at the visitor centre.
They're not going to see a ship, eh?
Either in the northwest, northeast, southwest or southeast quadrant of the city. So you would give your street or your avenue numbers as being northwest or southwest or whatever. Once you've got the hang of it, it's dead easy. It took me a while to. When the Pacific plate and the North American plate of the Earth's crust came into severe collision, and the mountains were forced up. So what you're looking at up there was formerly the sea bed. There's substantially limestone. That's the point of mentioning it, because there's been a lot of limestone extraction on the right. Figures the one up behind it, the pointed one behind it, a little while ago. Well, quite a while ago. You can spot them again. You won't see ground animals as big as a groundhog here. They won't be that big. The other animals, very relaxed atmosphere in Banff. Everywhere's got a sail on, so don't trust 50% off. Trust your own judgment. Is it a good price? Should I? clouds constantly fluttering. Towards Ike. So it was determined that they would name a mountain after him. And as the story goes, or my version of it goes, he was invited along here, along with a lot of worthies, dignitaries and so forth. Keep your eye along that upper track. Water was also a geologist, James Hector.
About 1886, Banff came about in 1885. Yoho is a native terminology meaning awesome. And it's looking very yoho today, eh?
He wasn't doing anything very exciting like dancing.
Lens made in Germany.
Will do, Greg. Okay, call you tonight. Okay, bye-bye. He says call him tonight and he'll call us back. And his phone, it doesn't cost anything. I shut it off. Is that okay? I want to get one picture, right? Forget it. Yeah, we won't forget it.
We will be for about the first 2 hours.
Oh, look at the original building. That's a bit of me.
I certainly can.
Great if I saw a bear from here. I think it's this afternoon we go up Sulphur Mountain.
I'm going to see a bear. Can you breathe, Brian? Oh, dooba dooba. I don't know the next bit. We're showing our age here a bit, aren't we?
We used to sing it to the dog when she still went for walks.
Smile! Oh dear, it's telling me battery.
I'm getting quite used to this, I'll be alright. I don't know why this isn't so scary as... It certainly is. Feeling up a bit.
Oh, they're scary.
Huge, dear.
Blue bottle
Oh, what?
Blue bottle.
Don't be so facetious, please.
Notoriety provided by Al on the way up the country. Carpet's another of his. And the High Country's his other one.
Sometimes the red light. To the right, the Fort Lake structure. It's right behind the trading center here. And that depicts the life and times of the Plains Indians, a very interesting museum. You can catch a trolley bus up and get off by the Legion and just go for a little walk down.
Down before you go up, aren't you? No. We haven't got time to walk up there, have we?
right next to the sign.
I'll take the 2 pictures as evidence.
How do you get him off for Chris?
For God's sake, he isn't locked. Wildlife except half a Christmas.
Gonna look at you. Yeah, if I'm staring. It would be. I wouldn't miss the ocean over here. In Ontario, I don't quite have that substitute. The way up here. So I guess it's a good thing we're hearing it on the way down too. Actually, no, it's not as bad as going up.
No.
No, I'm okay. We're both kind of laughing in fear.
He doesn't seem to care. He hasn't got a scaredy bone in his body. Bighorn sheep.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's a big green area there. They like to go up there and graze.
Don't like that one. No.
Should we come take one of these home for Christmas? My husband says that every year when we're buying a tree for $80.
Just as mad as she was.
Me 2 weeks to get over it. Off to the right is what's known as the Manor. That used to be the staff quarters, but they've renovated that into hotel rooms now. And I think the total hotel rooms here are around the 830 mark. Close to it.
As Al was saying, originally the rooms were pretty small because in those days you didn't come to spend time in your room. The public rooms, however, are very, very grand. And you came and you would bring your manservant or your maid with you. They had to be accommodated in the grand public rooms. straight on. This is called Surprise Corner.
And he says, "You're looking at me," so I'm going, "Oh, he's gone in the bushes." But we can't. He's in, I think it.
Saw a moose trying, did you see it?
Did you see Moose, did you?
Yeah.
He's moving again. He is moving again.
Difficult to see though. Right in the middle of that.
He's shy. He's about the size of...
No, it's a
moving about, but can't see the parts. See the furthest yellow tree to the left?
Are we on Pacific Island?
Yeah, on the island.
Yeah. It's just at the top of that little dark tree.
See, there's a dark speck in between the grey area. Green grey area. There's a little bit of a brown speck above it. That's
Yes, they do. They're stunted. They're more stunted. You see that very much when you get up on the asphalt. Hundreds of little trees which are fired up in the car. Oh yeah. It was flooded to a depth of, I think, about 60 feet, so the whole level of this lake has gone up about 60 feet. But today it's to provide hydroelectric power, that's why it was dammed.
The Royal Canadian Legion. I suppose it's only relative.
Tracking here, this is familiar territory to you now, so we won't, but I would like to start the day off with a small story. Is that okay?
Yep. Sure.
Two guys, Thomas and Gerald. We'll call them Tom and Jerry, okay? Lifelong buddies. Grew up on the same street together, went to junior high together, went to high school together, went to university together. Each was best man at the other man's wedding. Lifelong buddies. They were getting up into the golden years, and they both had a fascination with the afterlife. So they made this pact that if one would pass on before the other would make the attempt to get back and tell the other what it was like in the afterlife. So the years went by, and unfortunately, poor old Tom, he passed away. So Jerry's grieving his long-lost buddy there. About 12 months after Tom's passing, Jerry wakes up in the middle of the night, and he feels a very eerie presence in the room. He said, "Tom, is that you?" And this voice came out and said, "Yeah, Jerry, this is your old buddy, Tom." He said, "Oh, tell me, Tom, what's it like in the afterlife?" He says, "Well," he says, "I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is make love, and eat, make love, eat, and make love all day long." Jerry said, "You must feel like an angel in heaven." He said, "No, actually, I'm a rabbit in Montana." You look straight ahead of you there. You see how the clouds cutting the mountain in half there? All that will gradually burn off as the morning progresses, and we should be in for, according to that main man, the forecaster, we should have a nice day. Not pretty? It is. It's just